Well, the temperatures were great over the weekend. I mean, it was
Yeah.
an amazing weekend, wasn't it? But
That's
now
what
they're starting to go up a little.
They're
Yeah,
going to
it's
go up a
pretty
little
warm.
bit, but still with the water temperature 77, you know, the beaches, it's a place to be. You know,
Sounds
we went out
refreshing.
there on,
Yeah.
again, Bradenton Beach, and it was still packed, you know, despite the fact a lot of people have gone up. I think the locals are taking advantage of it now that
Right.
the traffic isn't as bad.
Rediscovering the beach.
It's time to get back and enjoy. And this shot right here from actually Emma Grace, that's my daughter out there, enjoying. She said the water was crystal clear. You can see it so well. It's just because lack of rainfall, it's not mixed up much. We have an east wind, and it makes things just beautiful out there. Casey Key webcam showing pretty much flat, calm conditions throughout most of the day. The wind's picked up a little bit. You see a little ripple there on the Gulf of Mexico, but still not bad at all. And winds will pick up in the morning, and they'll subside somewhat late morning, and then pick up again in the late afternoon and evening. We have this east to southeast wind, or east to northeast wind right now, but it will turn to the southeast more so. You see these fair weather cumulus clouds moving off to the west. Never had a chance to really get a sea breeze going because those east winds were too strong, but typically this is a setup that we see, that we start to see storms develop. But that's not there yet because the water temperatures are still relatively mild compared to what we have in mid-June. By that time, they're into the mid-80s at that point. Right now, water temperatures in the upper 70s. Lows tonight will be in the mid-60s here, low 70s near Daytona Beach and Melbourne. We'll see a low right around 70 degrees. But for highs tomorrow, we'll warm up into the mid-80s, but I think in a lot of places we'll see upper 80s like we saw today to near 90 degrees. And then again on Wednesday morning, we'll take you through into the low to mid-60s inland areas near the beaches into the mid-60s. Titan radar, nothing to show you, and that's a direct result of this large area of high pressure which continues to dominate the weather over the southeast United States, and it will stay that way too, I think, throughout the rest of this week. Currently, we have mostly fair skies, 87 degrees, and the dew point temperature is pretty low. That makes the humidity at 31%. And as far as the forecast goes, we're going to see high temperatures nearing this mark every day. Not close to the record, though, set last year when we had 95 in 2017. Well, there it is. This is the European forecast model. You can just see skies will stay relatively clear as we march through time. Tuesday at 4 o'clock, some sunshine, some high clouds occasionally. The rain staying well down to our south. We're going to keep an eye on this area right here in the Bahamas and to the east of the Bahamas. There's a couple of models suggesting that we may see a little low pressure develop there. Here comes a cold front. And typically fronts don't have much success of getting through us, and looks like this one doesn't as a result of the high pressure ridge holding firm. This upper level low continues to bring cold rain across much of the northeast from Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Rhode Island, all the way down into New Jersey. They're getting that cloudiness. Here's the high pressure ridge now, and as we march through time, the front comes down, and that front will cause some showers and storms to break out. There could be some rough weather into parts of the central and southern plain states over the upcoming days, but not for us as that east wind returns. We'll see generally fair skies with a west coast sea breeze. It'll be warm tomorrow in Kansas City and Chicago, 81 there. Even in Detroit, 80 degrees. I mentioned that little low pressure area trying to pop up here. High pressure gets shifted off to the east. We have a little something there on the radar, and then moves off. There's another one to the north of that too, so we'll keep an eye on that. If it does develop, it's not going to be much, and it's not going to have an impact on our weather at all, it looks like, in the upcoming days. As far as the forecast goes for boaters, I mentioned those winds will be a little bit brisk to start things off at 15 knots and then subside 5 to 10 in the midday and then pick back up late in the afternoon. 7-day forecast and not much change through the period. The only thing is that we'll see a little bit higher humidity come back into play on Wednesday all the way through the weekend for that matter. Temperatures approaching 90 degrees each day, and it looks as though we'll see some sunshine though over the weekend. The weekend is going to be another great beach weekend, it looks like, despite the fact we'll see an approaching front move down. We are not anticipating any kind of storms though, and that means our Keach-Braham index, which shows the high fire danger, will get higher and higher. Right now, we're at about 500, but I think by the end of this week, it'll be up near 600, which would put us in some significant danger. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you.